Princess Beatrice, you just finished the run. How was it?
I thought it was really good to do an interview after doing a 5K because you end up looking like a hot mess. But no, I think it's so amazing when you get a community like this together. I think mass participation sports events just like put people in a whole different framework, and it's so much fun to see all these incredible women and men, of course, taking the time to support this incredible campaign and getting something out of it. Such running this amazing race.
This is women supporting other women to deal with cancers that affect women. Is that the kind of thing that you really feel like you want to get behind?
I think women supporting women is one of the most important things we have to focus on these days. I think that we spend a lot of time looking at women in the workplace and what we can do to support, especially young women feeling like they can really reach their full potential. And the generation before us, they really broke the glass ceiling when it came to having children and living your life, and I think that we need to continue that momentum.
What you're saying really is, there's this big push for women to have everything, to go for it in the workplace as mothers, but also you're saying, look at your health, think about your body.
Health is the most important thing. Without health, then everything that we want to achieve in the world doesn't work. And I think that especially women's illnesses. I think we've got there's still a lot of research that needs to be done.
Mika, you have Princess Beatrice supporting this. Her mother, the Duchess of York, the supermodel Cara Delevingne. How come all of these really famous females are getting behind the campaign that you started?
Oh, well, firstly, thank you, Beatrice, for running. Amazing. She's an amazing runner. And I think, I don't know. People have asked me that a lot. The truth is I don't know but I think the timing, as I said earlier on, Beatrice mentioned, our mothers before us really changed the way that people talked about breast cancer, and we're trying to do that with gynecological cancers. And I think people started to realise that those specific cancers are still really underfunded. There's not enough knowledge about them. People don't know what the symptoms are. They're scared to go to the doctor still and say to the doctor, I've got a problem with my gynecological area. They're too shy to say it. The Lady Garden Campaign is all about having fun, and hopefully people go, oh, that's really fun, and then it makes them think about what it is. They look a little bit underneath and they find out what the symptoms are and feel encouraged to go to the doctor.
Full disclosure, you are the amazing person who started this charity. You're also an actress, and you're my sister. And the reason why you started this was because we lost our mum to ovarian cancer many years ago.
I think that's one of the most the things that inspired me to do it, was that our mum was incredibly healthy and was really into alternative therapy. She ate well, she didn't drink, she was a pretty incredible woman, and one of the women that led the feminist movement. She was amazing, and she still didn't know what the symptoms were. And actually, we lost our mum 16 years ago, but 15 years on, I was still hearing stories about my friends' mums who also didn't know what the symptoms were. And I just thought, I don't know why that's happening. I don't know why women don't know about this. If Mum was around, she'd definitely be behind this today. I think she's proud of us.
She'd be so proud of you.
Yeah.
Princess Beatrice, this generation are able to talk about these things much more openly. Your cousins, Prince William, Prince Harry, have said incredible things about the challenges that they've been facing. You've talked about your battle with dyslexia. Do you think there's a more openness now amongst this generation to be able to talk about issues that perhaps in the past we weren't able to really talk about?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that, firstly, what the boys and Catherine are doing with their Heads Together campaign is incredible. This convening the conversation around mental health, I think, feeds a lot into why it's okay to start talking about other issues. There's so much that goes into it. I think that we live in a generation that's, with its ability to share on social media, and the conversations are starting to really, really happen. And I think it's never been more important than now to really stand up, say what you're proud of, what you're passionate about,
and what your battles are,
and what your battles are. Because I think by sharing, it suddenly makes it okay. To the amount of times you go into, talking to someone about dyslexia, and they go, "Oh, great, you've been through that as well." It reframes the conversation, and you immediately feel calmer. And so, talking about some of the the campaigns like the Lady Garden campaign, it feels like you're part of this wonderful community.
What inspires you to do charity work like this? I mean, your grandfather, the Duke of Edinburgh, was connected with, I think, almost 800 organisations. So it runs in the family, I guess.
I mean, I think, yes, it definitely runs in the family, and especially when talking about women's issues, I've got the most incredible female role models throughout history that I feel like I carry with me all day, every day, and it's sort of in honour to those women, including my grandmother and my mother, that I feel like I need to be able to offer support as much as you can. And I've really, today was really fun. I had a wonderful time. I loved doing any kind of sporting event.
When the Duke of Edinburgh said he wanted to step back from some of that work, many people, of course, were disappointed because he's done such great work. I imagine for you as a granddaughter, it was kind of like, yeah, good for you.
The Duke of Edinburgh is an incredible man. He's a phenomenal consort, a phenomenal grandfather, and he's done an amazing work for the last 96 years. So we'll see what happens next. But I think that.
But good for him.
Great. I mean, he's just such an incredible man.
I think you're the first member of the royal family to run a marathon.
I am. Yes, I am. Yeah, I know. It's a very weird tagline to have. But yes, I did the marathon in 2010, tied together with 36 other friends of mine. We competed the London Marathon, which was hysterical, lots of fun. No more marathons. But now I go about finding other sporting challenges.
Triathlon's coming.
I've got to try a few triathlons. I think we're talking about health and wellness. I think sport and actually challenging yourself every year is something that you should do. When you're training for something, you're taking the time to look after your mind, your body, your soul, and so there's huge potential in that. And so they keep me going.